Today we've got a real treat for all the vintage watch lovers out there. We're taking a closer look at the Bulova Super Seville Day-Date President, a stunning gold-plated timepiece that combines classic design with modern functionality. So this 36mm quartz beauty is a true testament to Bulova's craftsmanship, and I'm excited to dive into the details with you, so let's jump in. Let's start with the design. So the Bulova Super Seville Day-Date President is known for its elegant yet bold presence. On the wrist especially, it fits comfortably, resembles the Day-Date, almost one to one. This is a perfect alternative for Rolex Oyster Quartz. It's got a Swiss movement as well. So it's a very, very well made timepiece. And also it has a solid gold bezel and solid gold crown, 18 karat. And the case is plated. Sorry about the reflection, but get a close look of it. Nice and slim profile. It's a bit fairly slimmer than the Day-Date. Even the quartz, oyster quartz, you can see the bezel isn't too raised, nor is the crystal, as you'd see on the Rolexes. Day-Date, Datejusts, they're slightly raised, whereas this is completely flush, which is a nice bonus addition. So we'll go into the specifications of the watch. So it's a 36mm case size. It's perfect for anyone who appreciate more traditional, sort of slightly smaller diameter, especially for the vintage watches. This size strikes a balance. It's not too large, but certainly eye-catching. The gold-plated case and bracelet give it that luxurious look, but it's not too flashy. It's a perfect tone of gold. The matte finish of the gold plating has aged beautifully over the years, in conjunction with the polished edges as depicted. Stunning transition. So we've got the brushed lugs and then the polished case sides. So yeah, it's not too flashy. It gives a subtle sheen, just the right amount of elegance without being too over the top. Now, one of the key features of this watch is the Day-Date complication. As you can see, the day and the day of the week are displayed in their respective windows at the 3 o'clock position, and the day in full text. The font is clear and easy to read, and I really appreciate how seamlessly integrated these functions are into the dial. So under the hood of this watch houses a reliable Swiss quartz movement, ensuring precise timekeeping and low maintenance, easy to service. While mechanical movements are a lot of fun, the quartz in this piece means you won't have to worry about winding it every day or the accuracy drifting over time. Or you're keeping it on a watch winder even. So definitely saves hassle of all that. So one thing I love about this watch is how comfortable it is on the wrist. The 36mm case sits just right, making it suitable for practically all wrist sizes, or most wrist sizes should I say. And the gold plated bracelet is solid, with a nice weight to it and a beautiful hue. The clasp feels secure when on the wrist. It's a vintage piece, but definitely wearable from day-to-day use. No doubt about it. Take a closer look at that watch again. Really see the details. It's an absolutely perfect alternative to a oyster quartz. And this is also from the same era. So the reason as to why there are a lot of vintage Rolex lookalikes from the same era as a lot of these vintage Rolexes is predominantly from the 1970s. You'll see predominantly the Day-Date and Date-Just type Rolexes were the most sort of copied. So they made pretty much homage watches, their own brand, pretty much their brand's take on a Rolex Day-Date. So the reason behind them, these brands doing it, such as Bulova, Pronto, Enica, a few other not too commonly heard watch brand names, they really did it for a reason, because they needed to, due to the quartz crisis. So when that came in, a lot of these watch brands were going bankrupt essentially from the new technology that had come out in watches in that time period. So we're talking late 60s, early 70s. So that sparked all these brands into essentially recreating their own luxury models of watches, such as the Day-Date President by Bulova. It's a great alternative for people that wanted pieces that weren't too expensive but still portrayed the same look, and it was a success. I mean, without having these brands do what they did, they would pretty much be out of business. So it definitely kept a lot of brands afloat throughout that difficult time period in watchmaking, watch history. So that in itself is a true testament to their craftsmanship back in the day as well. Bulova was an exceptional watch company. I'm not the biggest fan of their contemporary pieces. However, their vintage pieces, second to none. So the dial itself, it's classic and clean. You've got those iconic markers, and I love the raised indices that catch the light just right. The hour and the minute hands are simple, but they're polished enough to complement the entire dial. And of course, you have the Bulova logo sitting proudly at the 12 o'clock position, just under the date window, as also depicted on the Rolex Day-Dates. So comparing it to some of the larger modern day pieces, this piece really has a timeless appeal. The 36mm case size might seem smaller than what we're used to today, but for vintage collectors, this is exactly what we're looking for. It has that refined, understated elegance, and that really stands out. So I'll show you the Bulova on the wrist. Good wrist profile. At the moment I'm wearing the Rolex Date Just from 1994. Two-tone, 18 karat gold, stainless steel. So we'll take a look at this watch. Stunning piece. Stunning piece. So I'll just put it on my right wrist here. And see, I don't have the largest of wrists, so 36mm is perfect for me. My go-to is between 36 to 39, even 41, depending on how the watch wears. But I tend to stick to the mid to high 30s. Bracelet's a bit faded over time, as expected. Just take a look at that champagne sunburst dial. That is the Rolex. Let's see how thick it is. And the crystals raised, so I'll put them side by side. I'm just gonna have a look. Proper look. A bit awkward me trying to get them both on screen for you. There we go. Two tones definitely more versatile. Wear it with shorts, t-shirt, trackies or a suit. I mean, you can with the gold, all gold watch, but it's a bit more out there. A bit more eye-catching for sure. So in conclusion, would I recommend the Bulova Super Seville Day-Date President? Absolutely. If you're into vintage watches, especially ones with a bit of history and a classic look, I mean, this watch is a great choice. So in conclusion, would I recommend the Bulova Super Seville Day-Date President? Absolutely. If you're into vintage watches, especially ones with a bit of history and a classic look, this is a great choice. The combination of the gold-plated case, quartz movement, in conjunction with the solid gold 18 karat bezel and crown, and the elegant sunburst dial, makes it a fantastic piece to add to any collection, hands down. Thanks for watching today's review. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more watch content, and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the Super Seville. Have you owned one of these before, or are you thinking of adding it to your collection? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, take care and keep ticking.